Girls soccer today on LA36. Our Pacific Surfliner match features San Pedro, the host school, against Cerritos, two clubs with terrific records here at Mike Walsh Pirates Stadium. Cerritos undefeated, 17-0-2. The host Pirates, a brilliant 19-1. Hello, everybody. My name is Randy Rosenblum, set to call the play-by-play. And obviously, I'm underneath an umbrella. Connor Morissette is going to do the analytical work today. Doing a good job holding it. So first and foremost, we know we got two great teams, but how are the rainy elements going to affect the match?
Certainly watching the JV game here, Randy, beforehand, it's a little sloppy, a little bit of mud, not all green out there on the field. We're seeing some brown patches, so that may cause a loose ball here or there. I hope everyone stays healthy during this game. I'm expecting a lot of slippage.
We have two league MVPs in this match. We start with Kristen Maharis. She's the reigning MVP of the 605 League for the Dons of Cerritos.
Really versatile. She can play defense, midfield, forward. If you need a goal late in a game, call her number. Like you said, the MVP a year ago, the favorite to win the MVP. Again, not too many players in Southern California high school soccer win back-to-back league MVPs. Maharis has a great shot to do just that.
We have another. We might have two that repeat because Mariah Bumgarner is a terrific, versatile, all-around scorer, defender for San Pedro. And she's the Marine League Player of the Year.
And she's only a sophomore. She won the award last year as a freshman. She could repeat 4 times as league MVP in the Marine League. So two star-studded lineups led by two really fantastic players.
We have the city against the CIF. Really tough to get a handle on who's favored in this match.
Could go either way. Both teams, like you said, they've played over 30 games, only one loss between the two. It really could go either way.
We'll have the lineups next on our Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on LA36.
Southern California has always been a land of discovery. From historic gems to iconic beaches to top attractions. Let the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner be part of your journey as you explore more of the place we call home. Reconnect with the communities you love most, with the people you love most. Isn't it time you rediscovered Southern California?
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Just lovely shots from Mike Walsh Pirates Stadium here in San Pedro, overlooking the harbor, the port of LA. It's just a lovely facility. We've seen a lot of great Pirate tradition here in football, and they have great tradition as well in girls soccer. The Pirates of San Pedro have reached the LA City Section Championship, and there they are in their dark home uniforms 9 times. And they've lost all 9 of those championship matches, but they are number 1 in the LA City section poll. And on the other side, as you look at the fine keeper, who is so talented, Sophia Arancibia, she's tough to get the ball by. She doesn't give away a lot of goals, but she's a wonderful player. Cerritos is ranked in Division 4. They're one of the prominent teams in the CIF Southern section. They, too, have a chance to win a CIF crown. And you know what's interesting? Neither one of these teams have ever won a title, but this could be the year, and we have these teams colliding in this match. We'll update the weather for you. You can see it. We have some cells in the area. They will play the match. We had the junior varsity match, which just concluded, ran a little bit late. They had to play through the elements, and we're warming up these teams right now, Cerritos and San Pedro. As the officials are finally making their presence onto the field, we should start momentarily. And we also, as we look at that radar, it's kind of ominous, isn't it? We want to look at these two sides. We'll start with the visitors from Cerritos and the 11 that'll be on the field to begin the match for the Dons.
Yeah, it's 17-0-2. It's going to be a very star-studded lineup led by Kristen Miharis, the senior who we talked about in the open, reigning 605 League Player of the Year. So excited to see what they will do it. Who will line up alongside her here? We should have these momentarily.
See, an open goal. It'll be occupied momentarily, as you mentioned. These are two outstanding teams who do not surrender goals. It's hard to believe, but neither one of them have given up 10 goals for the whole year as you look at the Dons' starting side.
Yeah, and there's Maharis in the middle. She's going to be anchoring that midfield for Cerritos. Aaron Sibia at the keeper spot, locking down the defense for the Dons, and leading the line for Cerritos, number 27, Denise Gutierrez, only a sophomore. Very excited to see what she has up her sleeve this evening.
Yeah, Denise is another one who can really score 16 goals and 10 assists. She really generates the offense for the Dons. And again, the teams are on the sideline now, but we're going to give you the lineup for the Pirates, and here it is. And again, number 19, starting on the back, but she'll come up and she'll play every position, midfield, and she can play forward as well in attack. Mariah Bumgarner's great, but she has a lot of weapons to work with.
Yeah, and watch out for her height if you're a Cerritos fan. Off of a corner kick, I anticipate Mariah Bumgarner. She'll come forward. She'll have a chance to score some goals on the attack when San Pedro has an offensive corner kick. And we mentioned for Cerritos, they had a sophomore starting up top. For San Pedro, number 12, Leilani Phillips, only a freshman leading the line for the Pirates. I'm excited to see what she can do this afternoon.
Yeah, she has 18 goals. And again, I was talking about, goals for and goals against. Cerritos, 103 goals, and they've allowed but 8. That's a marvelous total. And they've been unbeaten the last 5 years in the 605 league. They have not allowed a goal in the last 2 years in the league. And in the Marine League, San Pedro is much the same. They've won 17 consecutive Marine League championship. They're going to make it 18 after this year. So these are two dominant programs in their respective leagues getting an opportunity today to showcase their skills.
Some of the score lines for both of these teams are ridiculous. Cerritos won its first game of the year 15-0 over Jurupa Hills. They've also won games 8-0, 9-0, 9-0, and 11-0 this year. San Pedro, they beat Marine League foe Banning 11-0, and they also have wins of 7-0, 7-0, 9-0, and 11-0. So the good news for us, Randy, is that I'm not anticipating that kind of lopsided game here this evening. It's going to be two star-studded teams, and I think it's going to be obviously a lot closer. We know both teams can score really well. I don't anticipate anyone getting to 7 goals, though.
Yeah, Robert Adams is the head coach of the Dons. You'll meet him at halftime. He's been doing work there with the girls for 8 years. He's been the athletic director, at least a co-athletic director, for 12 years. He's the former coach of the boys. He's got Cerritos, again, out to a 17-0-2 record. For San Pedro, Manuel Maciel is the head coach. He's 34 years of age. He played at San Pedro in 03 through 06, former midfielder, and we'll meet him as well at halftime.
Two great coaches who are very dedicated. Manny Maciel, he's been at San Pedro only for 2 seasons, and Robert Adams, he's been at Cerritos a little bit longer than that. But like you said earlier, Randy, both coaches are looking to win their first ever CIF crown at their respective programs this year, and they each have a great chance to do it.
Ready to start it, and here we go. It's Cerritos occupying the ball with Gutierrez. Yeah, and the battle at midfield will be critical because both these sides are very good there, and they generate their offense. Cerritos looking to formulate early, and they go on the attack. Sutran out to scoop it up. Very alert play by the keeper of San Pedro.
And right away, Cerritos is trying to get Kayla Oliveira, the junior midfield attacking player, involved. Almost a good chance for her right there.
San Pedro in the dark uniforms, the visitors from Cerritos in white. They're pushing the tempo early.
And that'll be a corner kick.
And an opportunity for the Dons.
We saw in the JV game earlier, Cerritos scored off of a corner kick. Let's see if the Dons can repeat what they saw a little bit earlier with the JV team.
Yeah, the Dons 17-0-2. And this is an opportunity for these two teams to test one another, and it looks like Maharis is going to take the corner.
Yeah, the best technical player on Cerritos. This makes a lot of sense. She's going to kick an in-swinger here with her left foot.
Does it well. Opportunity deflected away.
Olivia Mendoza had a chance there. That was a tough volley, asking a lot from her to put a shot on goal there, but she was open and she did have a chance to put a shot on goal.
Have to like what you've seen from Cerritos in the first couple minutes. They've tilted the field and they're controlling the action. And here's another opportunity. And it's knocked away from Oliveira.
That's two very early chances for Oliveira. She looks dangerous.
She is dangerous. Terrific player, junior midfielder, can play up. An attacking midfielder, just a junior. And the throw in for Vasquez. Again, Sutrin alert in goal.
I want to see what San Pedro looks like in possession. They haven't really had a sniff of the ball so far.
Cerritos prides itself on controlling the midfield. And so far, they've been able to do it.
Free kick there, yeah. It's only been about 90 seconds, but so far, pretty dominant showing from Cerritos.
Feels like 90 minutes for San Pedro. Vivian Lopez, number 10 for the Dons, forcing the action.
And now we'll see Mijares again with a chance at another set piece. She put in a beautiful corner earlier. Here's a free kick chance.
It's right on goal and deflected by Sutrin. She nearly scored.
I was surprised Sutrin went for the tap over the bar. I thought she maybe could have caught that, but better safe than sorry. Angles her hand, tips it over the crossbar, and Cerritos will get a corner kick. But yeah, Mijares unafraid trying to score from that type of range. That's just the kind of player she is. She can score from anywhere.
And another corner kick, and these are so dangerous. Opportunity after opportunity for the Dons.
Not as good of a corner there from Mijares as her first two set pieces, but Cerritos once again wins the ball back.
That was Chavez winning the ball, number 2. Gutierrez in on goal. Another corner kick. Bumgarner got back defensively, or that might have been a goal.
San Pedro looks a little shell-shocked early. I think they're not used to this sort of test. They've played a lot of easier Marine League opponents lately, and Cerritos is taking it to them a little bit. Chavez will take this corner kick.
So many opportunities early for the Dons. And another good corner. And it's deflected over the end line. And it'll stay right there.
Yeah, another corner. That's already 4 corners and 1 dangerous free kick for Cerritos. And I don't think San Pedro's had a touch in their end.
You know, this is being played on San Pedro's side of the field. Good-looking corner there and headed away. But Cerritos owning the ball. Lopez, that time they took it away from her. But she's battling to try to get it back. 5 minutes into the opening half. We are scoreless. Aaron Sibia comes a long way out of goal. Do you like when a keeper comes that far out? That's dangerous, and it's a run out for San Pedro and Leon. Leon in the box, centering it. San Pedro's first chance, and Lopez knocked it out of harm's way.
Wow, what a run from Leon. And you asked me if I like the keeper coming out that far. Not if the pass is going to be turned over the way it was right there. If the keeper comes out, you can't turn over the ball that close to your own end, and Leon almost made Cerritos pay there. That little bit of life that San Pedro needed. Now you hear the crowd. Leon starting the game well for the Pirates.
Now their first opportunity, and you see a team come out, control the match for 5 minutes, and the counterattack by San Pedro nearly got them a goal. Now their first corner. Into the box. Pedro has it again. Cleared nicely by the Dons.
I really like that set play call from Coach Manny Maciel of San Pedro, having all his attacking players line up at the edge of the 18 and then run in nearly created a scoring chance there.
The throw in for Aguilar. Bumgarner looking to get her teammates involved. Well, some offensive life for San Pedro.
And then there, Oliveira is fouled. And we'll see her. She earlier had a couple chances on the attack there. She was playing defense. A great midfielder for Cerritos, Kayla Oliveira, who does a little bit of everything.
Free kick for Mendoza. Logan Bader with a nice job for San Pedro. Alex Leon tumbled on the sideline. And it's getting physical. Wow, that was strong work by Kylie Song. Looking for Phillips, who's so dangerous. Number 12 in the dark uniforms is a brilliant freshman talent. Has 18 goals. Been a starter throughout her freshman year with those 18 goals. Very strong. Protects the ball well and can really finish.
A little too strong there trying to win the ball back, but she's definitely a player to watch.
Well, San Pedro with an answer here, Connor. They've gotten a little more physical and certainly more aggressive, and they're getting a feel for the talent level they're working against.
The Pirates have woken up, that's safe to say. It all started with Alex Leon's run on the right flank, and now the game's a little bit more even, which is very exciting for neutrals.
Phillips had it deflected away. Pirates will have the throw in. Tatiana Chavez was the last to hit it for the Dons. And here's our throw it. Again, the midfield will tell the story today. Who controls the midfield and can formulate their offense? Running this one down is Mendoza. She'll just let it go to the keeper. Easy for Arian Sibia.
Wow, and look at that. Punts it all the way over the half-field line. Oh, what a move.
That was a great move indeed by Webe. Here's a shot and a score. Maharis gets her team on the board. No shock there. Kristen Maharis.
All started at the midfield with Kayla Oliveira with a great move, and then she springs Maharis free with a beautiful through ball. And that's the reigning 605 player of the year, the best player on Cerritos. She's totally unmarked, right in the middle of the field, puts it away. That's way too easy if you're San Pedro. And a great finish from Maharis, of course, but that was far too easy.
At the 10-minute mark, it's the Dons by 1-0. Well, they've been controlling the action. Pirates woke up for a moment, but then a fine offensive display in the Maharis goal. And Cerritos gets the early upper hand.
She always needs to be marked, Maharis. Someone needs to always be in her area code, making her life difficult. She had way too much room to maneuver there, and she made San Pedro pay.
Chavez the other way. Of course, we'll have to see how San Pedro responds as Chavez continues to do great work in the midfield. Here she comes again with that through ball.
Oh.
Maharis again. Cleared by Sutrin. And Maharis is getting opportunities.
Logan Bader with a great defensive play to take it away from Maharis right at the end before she got a shot on goal, but very dangerous once again.
Take another look at the Maharis goal, which gives Cerritos the early advantage.
Really pretty play. There's the move from Oliveira. She's able to slip it right in there to Maharis. One touch, left foot, bottom corner, 1-0 Cerritos. Lovely job there by the Dons.
Cerritos has 3 players that can finish with the left foot, and one of them is Maharis, and she showcased that skill right there. The rain has ceased. That's a nice sign. It is a cold late afternoon in San Pedro. Chavez going against 3. I like the work of Tatiana Chavez. 3rd year in the program, has 10 goals, number 2. She's had a number of multi-goal matches.
Yeah, really tricky player. She's a great dribbler who can get by defenders. A lot of assists this year. One of my favorite players on the Cerritos team as well.
The throw-in for Vasquez. Phillips, and they are marking her every chance they can get.
And you can see how important she is to San Pedro. The more that Phillips touches the ball, the better things tend to be for the Pirates. I expect her to be trying to get involved all night long, and so far it's been a little bit of a struggle service to her, getting her the ball so far.
Still plenty of time left, 27-20 remaining in the opening half. Young ladies play 2 40-minute halves at the prep level. Again, we have a nice halftime show lined up for you with the 2 head coaches, Manuel Maciel here at San Pedro, and Robert Adams, the head mentor of Cerritos. And his team, I think, has come in here, and they mean all business.
Yeah, and he means all business, too. Catching up with him before the game, he is desperate to win a CIF championship. He thinks this is a great opportunity for Cerritos this year, and he's going to do everything in his power to get his team over the hump.
Chavez.
Wow, what a tackle.
That was Bumgardner who tackled her and marked her beautifully. Harris aggressively trying to get the ball back.
Yeah, you can just see why she's so good. Every time the ball is in her area, she's putting pressure on the defense, or she's using a skill move to get by someone. A very talented player.
And so far, the field has not been a factor. We had a lot of rain overnight and throughout the day. It stopped for a while and started about an hour ago during the JV game, but it's not apparently bothering these players.
I'd agree with that. Looking at the 2 goal lines, it's a little muddy over there, so maybe on the goal, did Sutrin have the best luck at the shot from Miharis? Maybe, maybe not, but you're right. No one's slipping around. It doesn't really look too muddy, especially at midfield. I think the rain stopping has been good, obviously, but previously with all that rain, it hasn't really been a problem.
One's headed away by Kylie Song. And the 2 schools had conversation this morning about to play the match. They were concerned over the field conditions, and they felt that they would not have a problem because the weather, they felt, would clear out in the late afternoon, and it has obliged. The Cerritos throw in as they look to tack on. They're up 1-0 on a Maharis goal 10 minutes into the match.
Here's another chance. Almost. Bumgarner knocks it out for a corner, but Cerritos asking a lot of questions on offense. They look very, very potent.
Looking to cross at all times, and now they'll have the corner kick. It'll be Maharis, who has showcased a wonderful leg from the corner.
She's got a dangerous left foot.
So right into the box, and there's Bumgardner using that size again to head it away to Phillips.
I wonder if San Pedro goes down another goal, they'll start to think about putting Bumgarner up.
Here's a run out. Opportunity there for Leon, but she was run off the ball. But they will get the throw in.
Great hustle by Jayla Allen to slow down Leon. But everything on offense for San Pedro has come through Alex Leon. She's the key part of this Pirates attack against Cerritos, it looks like, so far.
The captain, Robledo, throws it in again, looking for Phillips in the box. Lopez has it and starts the counter for Cerritos. Gutierrez. Got to be very leery of Kayla Oliveira, the junior. Wears number 9 in white. She's very dangerous. Again, this match has gotten physical. San Pedro marking all over the field and using physicality to slow down Cerritos. It has not been an easy chore.
Here we go.
Again, they're looking for number 12, Leilani Phillips.
Oh, there's the field causing a problem.
Here comes Phillips going against 3 Dons, though. And an obvious knockdown there.
Yeah, I feel bad for Phillips. It looks like she hit her head pretty hard. I think that was a little bit, I don't think the intent was there. It was just a tackle that was a little hard, and Phillips goes down hard. Hope she's all right, but did look like she hit her head.
It was Jazzy Allen that made the contact, and we'll take a look at it again. Right there, number 3. Maybe that elbow went out.
Maybe. I don't see the official reaching in for a card, I don't believe. Let's see. Phillips is still down, though. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, I think the elbow was out there. And we're going to have a stoppage in play, a timeout. So we're going to step out, hear from our friends at Pacific Surfliner, and we'll be back to Mike Walsh, Pirate Stadium, in a moment.
Hey, it's Vanessa, and we are exploring San Luis Obispo. There are so many different unique places to visit here in the city. Right now, we are at one of them. It is called Bubblegum Alley. 2 million pieces of gum on this wall.
Also in downtown, you'll find one of California's most historic Spanish missions. Stop at the Slow Railroad Museum to learn about the railroad history of the Central Coast. Then, round out your trip with some shopping. Pick up souvenirs, art, gourmet food, and other items. Learn more at Pacific.
Well, the good news is Phillips is okay. She comes to the bench. Bumgardner with the free kick. Wide right.
Yeah, it looked like she was going for a goal with that one, just well wide.
Again, Bumgardner's coming off a match where she had 3 goals against Carson.
Yeah, so she's certainly capable of scoring goals, but right there didn't look like it. Here's the Phillips play again. So she slips, gets the ball back, and then is fouled. And Randy, you think right there?
Yeah.
I think that's just a soccer play.
You think there was a little acting involved?
No. I think she hit the ground hard and is a little banged up. But just a hard foul
in terms of the elbow.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, I didn't see much of an elbow there.
I do see a little bit more rain suddenly. Another cell has come here. Boy, it's stopped and started numerous times, and it is raining now as Chavez trying to rain another goal. As that one is knocked away by Kylie Song of San Pedro. Again, Chavez is forcing a lot of the action. And another corner kick.
She's been great on the left wing so far. And really, the whole Cerritos attack has impressed me. But Chavez is definitely a big part of that.
Sixth corner.
Yeah, that one couldn't beat the first defender. Never a good sign, but when you're getting 6, you're doing something right. I think Cerritos and Coach Robert Adams have to be very happy with how the Dons have started.
Yeah, they forced the action, and it began immediately. San Pedro didn't get to the other side of midfield for 2.5 minutes. It was played at their end to begin the match. Started to formulate an offense, and then Cerritos with the counter goal, and they lead 1-0. Trying to run it down for the Pirates.
And look who it is playing defense, Maharis.
Yeah, Maharis, end to end. Controlled by Robledo of San Pedro. From the left side, a shot and a save. Beautifully done, scooped up by Sofia Ariancibia.
She made that easier than it really was. On a slippery surface, to be able to scoop that up, no problem. Very impressive save from Ariancibia right there.
Can you see how well they play at midfield? It's just a hallmark of this Dons team.
Here we see San Pedro cross, and Ariancibia picks it right up.
She looks to be an outstanding keeper.
Definitely, and she hasn't had a ton to do so far. I imagine as the game goes on, that will change a little bit, especially if Baumgartner switches from that center back role and starts to go forward. But she's looked very capable, and the wet surface has not bothered her at all.
Few have gotten by her all season long as Lopez looks to find help. Again, an opportunity for Cerritos. Controlling the action. Seems like the whole match so far, and we're down to 17:20 left, and the opening half has been played on San Pedro's side.
Yeah, and when San Pedro has been on the attack, it's really come through that right side with Alex Leon. She's been the top attacker, and it hasn't really been close for San Pedro, making things happen. I want to see more from her, want to see her get more involved. I think San Pedro should really try to focus on that matchup on the right wing and get her the ball as much as they can.
Gotta love the quickness and the reaction time of these Cerritos players. A well-coached team. Cross there, didn't get the job done. It's cleared beautifully by San Pedro. But you can only deny them for so long. They're getting so many opportunities, these Dons.
They are, and you just have to hope that those opportunities don't fall to Maharis like they did for that first goal, because she's not going to miss an easy chance like that. Another one, I expect her to make it 2-0.
And they have an opportunity. See how many people got back. San Pedro had nearly the whole lineup back there to defend.
Yeah, and just looking at how Cerritos is set up right now, Maharis is playing a little bit of center back. So I think that's a tactical move by Robert Adams. She got her goal. Now she's going to sit back and play some defense.
Chavez being chased by Song. You're right, Maharis is on the backside and is a terrific player defensively. In the box again, there's a fine move. It's centered. Oh, and a fine save by Sutran. It was nearly 2-0.
Almost another great move from the Dons. That time it was Danny Califano cutting right, cutting left, getting a shot off, took a deflection on the way in, but another shot for the Dons.
Gotta love the energy level. Tatiana Chavez.
Yeah, she's played really well. I think it's really interesting that Coach Adams has elected to have Maharis move from midfield to center back.
It's like showcasing her skills. It's like they're doing a highlight reel for her.
Wow, great move.
Yeah, it really was. You can see, I love how quickly they formulate.
Yep.
They really get into their offense. They transition well.
Tactically, I've been very impressed.
Well, they are a tactical team. Oliveira off to Vasquez, and it's cleared.
Here's Leon. She's caused a lot of problems for Cerritos with her speed.
Up the right side. Got around Maharis. But Maharis winning the ball.
Yep. Making a great pass to Chavez.
Yep, here comes Chavez. She has Maharis from the left side. Maharis, so skilled. Great dribbling, great cross. Deflected away.
You can't let her get onto that left foot. That was a little bit too easy. Make her play to the right.
But that was a highlight reel in itself.
Yes, it
for
was.
Maharis.
Yes, it was. But if
Inside of 14 minutes to play in the half.
If you're a San Pedro defender, make her go right. That left foot is brilliant. See if she can replicate it with the right foot, her weaker one.
This Bumgardner is very good defensively for San Pedro. You see her clearing it again.
And now that she's back there, and Maharis is playing center back for Cerritos, the two best players on the field for their respective teams are at their center back spots. Scoring chances are going to be tough to come by.
By the way, we need to clear up one thing. We thought she was related. We did a show thinking that she was related to Madison
I never
Bumgardner,
thought
the pitcher.
that.
I had heard that on campus, and it's not true. She's not related to Madison Bumgardner. Cerritos at midfield. And here's Maharis. She's everywhere.
And she's pulling the strings, too. You can see hands in the air, just directing traffic. Not only a skilled player, but a very smart player.
Couldn't get through the defense of the Pirates, and here they come. Maharis again. We had the same thought.
Oh, she's everywhere.
She is. So is Chavez. Tatiana with a beautiful pass.
There's the wet surface again.
Yeah, it is
Causing
getting
trouble.
slick out there, isn't it?
Yeah, that time Allen couldn't control it.
I was just trying to look at the clock.
1-0. Approaching 12 minutes remaining, opening half.
I can't hear what you're saying. I hear you talking.
See, they've brought Bumgardner up. See if they can get her into the offensive flow. Number 19 in the dark uniforms. Song controlling for the Pirates. And they were looking to go up the left side. When they do that, they try to get Leon involved.
And now it looks like with Phillips having to go off injured, Natalie Webb has taken over that center forward position for San Pedro, and it's just a little bit of a different player than Phillips is. I hope she's okay and able to get back out there, but we see her sitting on the bench right now. Still has that uniform on, still has the cleats on and everything. I think she might have a chance to come back in, but so far not sure.
One would think with 11 minutes and change remaining in the first half, they would wait till intermission, evaluate, and see if they want to bring back their talented freshman player who took that hard spill. As you see, checking back in for Cerritos, Emily, well, that would be Kylie Song. And also number 12 back in is Jayla Allen. Our Pacific Surfliner game of the week featuring girls soccer today. Two of the elite teams in their respective divisions from the southern section and D4, Cerritos in the white. San Pedro, the top-ranked team in the LA City section in the dark uniforms playing at home. Now, their competition normally comes from the West Valley in the city, and that's El Camino Real, Chatsworth, Taft. They all have great soccer teams. Granada Hills. They own a win this year, does San Pedro, over Granada Hills from that league.
Here's Maharis playing center forward.
Flicks it forward. Maharis
Watch
has
out.
got it back. Maharis again with the left foot. Sutrin with the save.
Great save by Sutrin. Maharis put it in a really tough spot with the left foot, trying to go for that lower right corner. I thought it was going to get by Sutrin. She extends, pushes it away, and not only does she push it away, she makes it so the rebound isn't a great scoring chance. That was a very well-played save by Sutrin, the great goalie for San Pedro.
Yeah, we have two good ones in that regard. Again, these are elite programs in their respective divisions. So you have outstanding players, many of them who played club soccer. There's players with great backgrounds. So you're seeing skilled players.
Yeah, and where in the world is Miharis now? She's looking like popping up on that right side of the midfield. I love how fluid she is. She can play anywhere on the field, and I think so far in this first half she's played all three positions.
Again, a run out on the right.
Yeah, that's the one area where San Pedro's looked dangerous and Cerritos has looked not as locked in as they have for the rest of the areas on the field. That right wing for San Pedro with Alex Leon, I sound like a broken record talking about her, but she's really been the key for the limited offense that San Pedro has had. It's all come through her. I keep really trying to exploit that matchup.
Yeah, Leon is very fast, aggressive, and a tremendous finisher. And they're trying to get 17 in a spot where she can tie the match. Califano couldn't get to it. Lopez does for Cerritos. Throw in for the Pirates.
Yeah, it looks like Cerritos right now is playing a 4-3-3, and Maharis is that outside center striker. There she dropped into the midfield to play a pass. I just like what, again, Coach Robert Adams is doing. He's throwing a lot of different looks at San Pedro, putting a star player all over the field. I think it's very smart.
Well, they've had a couple opportunities to add on. San Pedro really has not had a clear shot on goal. They've had some opportunities, but they've really never threatened the goalie, Sofia Ariansibia, whereas Cerritos has had numerous opportunities. Checking in for San Pedro, number 7, Stella Malone, a sophomore, midfielder, defender, up from the JV last year.
And it looks like she's going to be playing some center forward now. Coach Manny Maciel throwing another look at Cerritos with Phillips still remaining on the bench.
Not only is this a great test for San Pedro, it's a great opportunity to play this kind of competition before they get to the LA City section playoffs.
Yeah, and we talked earlier, Randy, about how they're doing so well in the Marine League, and the games just aren't that close. Beating Banning 11-0, and they're beating up on all these teams. To have a non-league game of this magnitude this late in the season, it's going to do wonders for both programs.
And that's why they scheduled it. Another cross, and it's headed out again. Bumgardner headed it out, but there's Mahar, so strong with the ball.
Yeah, I like what San Pedro did there, though. They forced her to go right, and they ended up conceding a corner, but that's better than a shot on goal and a potential goal. And once again, Randy, Kayla Oliveira is right in the middle of everything for Cerritos. For my money, she's been the second best player for the Dons in this game behind Maharis. Every time Cerritos is threatening, she's right in the mix. I've been really impressed with Kayla Oliveira.
Yeah, she's had 6 multi-goal matches already. Kayla's been great for Cerritos all season long. Everybody back. And Bumgardner sends it forward.
That's going to be the opening for San Pedro, the counterattack.
But they just can't get behind Cerritos.
No.
Again, Leon 17 has been their best at least getting an area of the field to work with.
I wonder if putting her at center forward, the fastest player for San Pedro, Leon, instead of having her track back and work defensively on the wing, if putting her at center forward to try to get on some of the end of those counterattacking balls might be in the Pirates' best interest.
Harris with the throw. Cerritos seems to be winning just about every ball.
Yeah, but to San Pedro's credit, a few shots on goal from Maharis, but really it hasn't been an onslaught from a shots on goal perspective. The Pirates have tightened up in the final third defensively.
And with all the action on their side of the field, they're only down 1 goal.
Yeah, they are struggling in the midfield, though. They're getting a little bit overrun in that area of the field, and it's leading to the chances. Defensively, they're doing a better job, but that midfield grouping for San Pedro is having a tough time. Olivier is really pulling the strings and doing a nice job for the Dons.
And you can see why nobody in the 605 League in the last couple years has scored against Cerritos.
Yeah, it all starts in the midfield, and they're so talented all over the place, but I'm sure these league games are so one-sided, and they're overrunning teams in the midfield there, too.
Oliveira's run off the ball. But again, they want 9 and white to have opportunities.
You can just see San Pedro's getting a little frustrated.
Another opportunity. O'Hara's trying to sneak through. And a foul.
Looks like she got her foot stepped on. The crowd doesn't like it, thinks Oliveira was doing a little acting. I don't think in that situation acting, if she was, like she could have, if she really wasn't hurt, she could have just kept playing. So I don't know. We'll have to see on the replay. But just based on her reaction makes me think that was a legitimate foul We'll see, though.
Well, the free kick in a dangerous spot. This is doable. Lining up to take the free kick is Olivia Mendoza. She has 7 goals this year. They all contribute. She's really an anchor on defense. But, again, she has skills offensively. See if she can get it through the wall.
This is a perfectly placed opportunity here.
It really is. There's the shot. It's over the net. Sutrin didn't have to work hard there at all.
No, it looks like Mendoza must be the set-piece specialist on those attacking set pieces. We've seen Maharis take a couple. Didn't take one there.
So the Maharis goal, 10 minutes into the match, is the difference. We're inside of 3 minutes remaining in the opening half. In a very chilly San Pedro tonight. Day has turned into evening. The lights have been on for about 45 minutes. And San Pedro will finally get a throw in. And it was Leon that forced it.
It definitely gets a little chilly at this field. I've been to a few football games here, and I always remember being very cold.
Well, we're close to the water.
Yep.
Scolil, 22, working hard for San Pedro.
Yeah, she's complaining.
She's
but
upset with the call.
She grabbed the jersey. That's an easy call.
I like it. You not only do the analytical work, you officiate as well.
In the game of soccer, Andy, the second a jersey gets pulled, that's a foul every day of the week.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. 2 minutes left. Opening half. It's the interesting thing about this game. If you don't dominate by scoring and put the ball away, you can leave a team around.
Oh, definitely.
And Cerritos has been totally in control, but yet, one play from a San Pedro team that has scored a lot of goals this year, close to 100 coming in to tie it.
Absolutely, and there's the field playing a trick on Maharis, and San Pedro might have a chance.
It's easy for the keeper, Sofia Arancibia.
We've seen a few slips on that right side of the field. Looks like that side might be a little bit more dangerous than the left.
And again, the rain has stopped, although there are a lot of umbrellas in the stands. Everybody trying to keep dry here in San Pedro. And here's another run and an attack for the Dons.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about being overrun in the midfield. There's just no pressure on the Cerritos attacking midfield players. The pressure comes later when they try to get the ball to the attackers, and San Pedro defensively has done a better job. But how many free runs has Cerritos had in the midfield? The ability just to take 2 or 3 touches without having a defender in the way.
Bumgardner boots it out of harm's way. Clock is stopped at 2 minutes, so there's stoppage time off that Phillips injury earlier here in the first half. And the officials, the referees on the field, will keep that time. Mendoza, number 13. Olivia, again, is a rock in the program. She's just been terrific for Cerritos.
She has, and she almost came close to doubling the Don's tally in this game. That free kick was just over the bar a few minutes ago.
This is Allen. She'll take her turn to bring it in. Song. Finding Lopez. And again, there it is. You mentioned it, and I think it's a very accurate statement, how easy they get through the midfield and get into their offense.
I think Maharis was going for goal there.
Oh, she's not timid.
No.
You're intrigued by her, aren't you?
I just like that she can play anywhere on the field, and it's just so clear that how important she is and how talented she is just from watching one half of play.
She's certainly a candidate for our Pacific Surfliner player of the match. She has the goal, and she's showcased defensive skills, passing skills, able to dribble. She had some unbelievable moves earlier in this match.
Yeah, I like, too, that she played some center back for a shift. Really, wherever Coach Robert Adams asked her to play, that's where she'll go, and she'll do a good job.
Cerritos is in Division 4, as we've mentioned. Some strong programs are Rosary, Temple City, La Quinta, Marlboro, Palm Springs, Palm Desert. Some of the competition that they're going to see come playoff time. One's across. Leon running it down. They're battling for it. Leon and Allen. And it'll be a goal kick for Cerritos.
Similar theme. Leon gets in a dangerous spot, but San Pedro can't get a shot on goal.
That's the end of the first half. It's 1-0. The Dons on the Maharis goal 10 minutes into the match. When we come back on our Pacific Surfliner halftime show, Connor Morissette will be talking to the coaches. That's next on LA36.
California has always been a land of discovery. From historic gems to iconic beaches to top attractions. Let the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner be part of your journey as you explore more of the place we call home. Reconnect with the communities you love most, with the people you love most. Isn't it time you rediscovered Southern California?
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to the Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week. We've heard from one coach. Now let's hear from the other. Robert Adams of Cerritos is with me. Coach, thanks so much for being here. Your team is 17-0-2. What's been the key to success with your group so far?
Maturity. We're a more mature team this year, and we've had a really good year pushing forward, trying to develop our system.
How helpful is it to schedule a team like San Pedro so late in the year to help prepare you for the playoffs?
It's extraordinarily helpful. We've been in the playoffs several years in a row now, and we struggle in the first couple of rounds, mostly just coming up to speed with the teams that we play. We're a higher division than most of the teams in our league, just by size. And then when we go back to the playoffs, now we have to switch back to a little bit more difficult, a little higher quality team than what we see in league.
Your group the program has done well in the playoffs, but never won that CIF crown. What's the key to getting over the hump, and does this group have what it takes?
Yeah, new coach is the key. This group absolutely has a chance to win a CIF championship this year. I've never been closer than quarterfinals myself. If the girls can continue to develop and we don't have a hiccup, then I think that we'll be just fine. And these types of games like this with San Pedro are really helpful.
What do you think the strength of your group is?
We're a technical team, and the strength of our group's absolutely through the midfield. So we have some quality players that are creative and can switch the field left and right. We'll build out of the back. We are strong in our ability to rotate positions and try to be creative in that way too. Makes us a little bit more difficult to defend.
What do you hope to improve on as the year goes on? We're getting close to the end, but you can always get better.
I'm hoping not to have any injuries going into the end, and the rest of it is just to kind of tune up, make sure that everybody's at the top of their game. We're through final exams and focused and ready to go. So if we can get everybody's touch moving along and we get a little depth of play and try to get some of our newer players a little bit more time so that they're ready to help us out as we get into more difficult contests.
How nice is it to have a player of Kristen Maharis' caliber on your team, reigning MVP in the league a year ago, special player?
Yeah, she's a really good player, and she's just one of 3 or 4 as well. She's quality all the way across the board, and because of the strength of the rest of our team, we're very fortunate that we can take her talents and move them around the field, and we can try to take advantage of the other team without having to put Kristen in a position where she has to be a key anchor to defend, and that's been really good for us. But Kristen does a tremendous job on the field.
Last question, Coach. What would it mean for you in this group to win a CIF crown this year?
Well, for me, I'm older, and I've been doing this a long time, so it's several different levels in sports and genders and everything else. So I think for the kids don't see it the way that coaches see it. So for them, it's just really good to have a positive outcome of all the effort that they put in, whether it's 2, 3, 4 years of their lives, and different than club soccer. So to be able to do it as a group, that would be a tremendous feat.
Great, Coach. Thanks so much. We'll have highlights and more game breakdown.
Hey, it's Vanessa hanging out here at the gorgeous Tolosa Winery, which is just one of the many relaxing escapes here in San Luis Obispo.
Edna Valley is a vast wine country not far from downtown and makes for a perfect day trip. Sip on world-class wines, take in views of rolling green hills, and feel the cool coastal breeze. If you love the outdoors, San Luis Obispo has plenty of hiking trails to explore during your visit. Learn about travel discounts, attractions, and more at PacificSurfliner.com/Game of the Week.
It's halftime between San Pedro and Cerritos, and now I'm joined with San Pedro head coach Manny Maciel. Coach, thanks so much for being with me. 19-1 to start this season. A fantastic start for your group. What's been the key to success?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I think the key to success for us is, just trying to improve game to game. That's a big focus for us all the time. What can we learn from each game, and then just kind of go from there.
How nice is it to schedule Cerritos, a team that has similar ambitions to your ambitions this year? They want to go out and win a CIF championship in the southern section. What's it like to play a team of this caliber so late in the year?
I think it helps us out a lot, both teams, Cerritos and ourselves, in order to get ready for playoffs. Like you said, we have aspirations. This team, the girls, they have a goal to win CIF, and we're not there yet, but I think this game is definitely going to help us, and win or lose, we're going to learn from it.
A few more games left in the Marine League. How do you keep your team focused to go on and end the league year undefeated?
Just like I said, just game to game. We try to focus on just the game that's ahead of us, and go from there. What can we take away from each game, and how can we improve game to game? And that's really our focus every game.
Yeah, let's go into that a little bit. What do you want to see from your team? 19-1 is so good, but how can you improve?
I think just coming together as a team, just gelling as one. I think that's really been the main focus for us this season, is how can we come together. We've found a lot of success, and I'm very proud of them. But I think we still got a lot, a little bit to go in terms of coming together as a team and having that perfect gel going into the playoffs.
You have a great group of young players. Mariah Bumgarner, of course, won the league MVP a year ago. Juliana Sutrin, your goalie, is a sophomore. How nice is it to have this great sophomore group, and how helpful have they been this year?
Oh, both of them. Juliana Sutrin is cornerstone of our program back there as a goalkeeper, and Mariah Bumgarner, she's a great athlete, very committed to the program, and she's been another cornerstone of our program as well. It's nice to have them so young, and hopefully we can keep improving in the years that they're in the program.
What would it mean to this group to win the school's first ever CIF title?
You ask them, and they'll tell you it means the world to them. That's their goal. That's the goal that they gave me at the beginning of the season. I'm just doing my best to try to guide them to that. But that's their number one goal, their priority right now, and that's what we're working towards.
Who are some of the teams in the city that are on your radar? Other teams competing for that top spot?
We just doesn't matter who's in front of us. We just try to whichever teams come in our way. We're going to do our best to compete. But there's always the teams in the West Valley. Palisades is up there, so we're looking to hopefully compete with them.
Great. Last thing for you, Coach. In order for San Pedro to win a CIF crown, blank needs to happen. Fill it in. What do you guys got to do?
It's a great question. I think we just have to going back to my point earlier, just keep on improving game to game, learn from this game, and continue to learn throughout the playoffs. Hopefully we make it deep into the playoffs, and just, analyze what we can do better and just go from there.
Great, Coach. Thanks so much. Back with more after this.
Southern California has always been a land of discovery. From historic gems to iconic beaches to top attractions. Let the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner be part of your journey as you explore more of the place we call home. Reconnect with the communities you love most, with the people you love most. Isn't it time you rediscovered Southern California?
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Harbor Lights, they're on. We're getting close for the second half of the Dons and the Pirates in girls soccer. Cerritos and San Pedro. A Maharis goal is the difference. The one goal is the difference. Number 11 popped it in there, Kristen Maharis. See the wonderful work of Oliveira. And Maharis with the left foot got it by Sutrin. And we begin the second half. What adjustments do you want to see here, Connor?
Well, for Cerritos, I'd say keep doing what you're doing. Pretty dominant first half display despite only scoring one goal for the Dons. For San Pedro, I mentioned it a little bit earlier. I think if it's going to be such a counter-attacking heavy game on the offensive side for the Pirates, try to get Alex Leon more involved.
Aguilar looking for Castaneda. Castaneda is knocked down.
Oh.
No call. Fans here didn't like that.
If that had been called, that would have been a penalty kick, would have changed everything in this match.
It really would have. And it was Vasquez that had the knockdown. Here's an opportunity from the right. Gutierrez. Beautifully marked by Bumgardner. Bumgardner is wonderful to watch. She has great anticipatory skills.
She does, and I want to know if she's going to get bumped up down the line. If San Pedro is looking for a goal at the end of this match, will we see her playing some center forward?
What's this, the seventh corner kick? And Maharis will take it. 7 corner kicks for Cerritos. The header is easily played by Sutrin.
Mendoza almost with another goal, but that's a shot on goal, and the Dons, like they finished the first half, they've started the second half strong. Oh, what a pass.
Maharis again with the feed. The shot is over the net. And again, Sutrin came out to confront. She did a nice job getting out there, not making it easy to score. It was Oliveira again who had the opportunity.
Yeah, she's going to want that one back. A brilliant pass from Maharis, splits the defense, puts it on a platter for Oliveira. She just puts it over the bar. She did. It wasn't an easy chance. I'm making it sound like it was an easy chance. She had some work to do, but it was a great pass from Maharis and then over the bar from Oliveira. Sutrin, too, made a great play, coming out quick, shut down the angle from Oliveira, so she was a little bit rushed.
Sutrin's had a nice match. I know she gave the goal up on the great finish by Maharis, but she has made a couple of splendid saves for San Pedro.
Yeah, and the most impressive play from her was in the first half when she pushed a rebound to the far side. There's an offside call.
You loved her awareness there.
Yeah. A lot of keepers would have made the save and fumbled it right out in front of the net. It would have been 2-0 with a snap of the finger, but the fact that she pushed it wide and eliminated the scoring opportunity for Cerritos was very impressive, and I've really liked what I've seen from her so far.
Seven is Malone in the midfield area, but she's played off the ball again.
Yeah, again, the San Pedro midfield getting overrun. It's tough. The Cerritos midfield is very, very good, but San Pedro, maybe they should put another player in there, try to just have more bodies. They just need to make some changes in the midfield.
Yeah, Oliveira's been great. Vivian Lopez, Maharis. Here again, though, is an opportunity for Leon, but she can't quite get back to this one. No, it isn't Leon. It's 13, Aguilar. Aguilar sends it into the box. And conveniently scooped up by Sophia Arancibia. And Arancibia with that goal kick, with that strong leg, punts it out of there.
Another decent chance for San Pedro. Just needed one more attacker to get into the middle, to get in on the end of that pass from Malone, I believe it is, up top there.
Maharis with a nice flick pass. The through ball, they were looking to get it to Gutierrez. Bumgardner battling with the outstanding Vivian Lopez.
Maharis is lurking at the back post. She's unmarked.
You better get a feel for her. She's too good. She'll finish. San Pedro can ill afford to give away another goal. They're down one. There's a shot from distance. And in! A goal from way out yonder. Lopez scored it. Number 6, London Lopez with a high arcing shot.
Wow, that's a goal of the year candidate from well outside the 18. Lopez just puts her right foot through it, and it ends up into the top left corner of the goal. Nothing Sutrin could do. What a goal from Lopez. Here we see it again. Woo! Puts her foot through it, and just snuck in there, top corner.
Sutrin in disbelief, and you're right. She was rendered helpless on an absolutely marvelous shot by London Lopez. And that came from a long way out.
It did, and I think that's what threw Sutrin off a little bit. It was surprising to not see her put her hand up, but I think that shot, it just kind of ran out of gas, and I think Sutrin thought it was going to go way over the crossbar, and it ends up sneaking in right under. With the nighttime right now and the lights, that might have been a tough ball to track, and maybe she was thrown off as well, because who takes a shot from out there?
Well, there's no question that Maharis so far has been the player of the match, but that was the shot of the match, and you might call it the shot of the year. It was that good. Here's Lopez again. Gutierrez from the right side. That was a beautiful job defending, getting back for San Pedro, but it'll be a corner kick with Castaneda to deny her. But another corner. What is this, 8? And look who's going to take it. Maharis.
Yes, she is. She'll use that left foot. What a goal. I'm still getting over that tremendous strike by London Lopez. My goodness.
She did it with touch. Maharis into the box. Ooh, a near header. They had it lined up.
Olivia Mendoza, again, she's been very dangerous with a couple headers so far tonight. That was her best chance, but Sutrin played that really well.
Yeah, she really did. Mendoza, again, the anchor of the defense, but she has 7 goals. That's what you love about the prep level at soccer. They play all over the field, and they're very versatile. They can play midfield, back on defense, and then they can move up and score goals.
Yeah,
strike.
We saw her take a free kick in a dangerous spot, and she's clearly very dangerous on corner kicks. It's always fun as a defender to get in on the action, scoring goals.
Well, San Pedro now has to go to work. They're down 2 goals. Still plenty of time, 32 and a half minutes. But they've been outplayed in this match.
They have, and you can maybe say that it was a little stroke of luck, that last Cerritos goal from Lopez, just kind of taking a swing at it, and it ends up in the top corner. But I think even the biggest San Pedro fans would agree the 2-0 scoreline, that accurately reflects what we're seeing play out.
I think that's well stated. And it really could have been more. I mean, they've had so many opportunities and so many corners. You just can see where the ball's being played. It's always in the San Pedro end of the stadium.
Yeah, and when San Pedro has had their chances, it's been on the counterattack.
Yeah, Leon's given them a couple opportunities, but she hasn't been able to completely break free. I think that's a tribute again to the Cerritos team that has only given up 8 goals this year. It's not like they're surrendering goals.
Yeah, that's true. It's very tough to score on this team, and I don't think San Pedro has had a real clear-cut opportunity. They've had a couple dangerous positions they've gotten in, but in terms of that clear shot on goal, a clear chance, haven't really seen much of that. And here we're going to see some help for San Pedro. It's number 14, Nancy Albio, checks in. She's going to play that center forward role for the Pirates and try to get them on the board.
She's very powerful as Albio, and she's been inserted because they need some offensive help, and she can score. But can she get free of these defenders?
And right away, gets a couple touches. It's always good when you're coming off the bench cold to get involved in the game right away. And she's gotten involved instantly.
And, oh, by the way, the rain has ceased.
And I think that's going to be it for the rain.
Is that your prediction?
Yeah, that's my prediction.
I think you might be right. But it's still overcast. Day has turned into night on a cold, rainy day and evening that is starting to clear up, knock on wood, in San Pedro. And again, from this press box angle, I think it's the most lovely sight in the LA City section.
Yeah.
With the ships in the harbor and the port right by us in San Pedro. Well, here's one. Here's a freebie.
Chance. Yeah, here's a chance for San Pedro.
As you see that radar, there's still some rain in the area. It's a long one sent in. Oh, and the young lady who just came in, and she is offside. Yeah. Albio got inside the defense.
And Bumgarner was in a dangerous spot, too. She initially had a chance to make a play on the ball. That was a really good ball put in by Scolil for San Pedro. Just got a little greedy, got offside, but it's a good sign for the Pirates trying to get back into this game.
They're very high on Molly Scolil here.
Yeah.
She's a freshman midfielder who has 4 goals and has had some really great moments for the Pirates in her first year on campus.
Yeah, and as a freshman, you can see her potential.
Aguilar looking for Albio, and you can see the sense of urgency from the Pirates.
Definitely, but great defensive work there by Jayla Allen to track back and make the play. Cerritos is so good on defense. That's really been one of my main takeaways. Even when they're out of position, their speed that they have to get back into the play and clear opportunities. They've done so well at that tonight.
It is nice to see a spark from the Pirates.
Yes.
That second goal certainly got their attention.
Yeah, and I think in limited minutes, Albio's been a big part of that.
She really has. That one crossed through.
Here's Albio.
Albio is blocked. And again, that's Cerritos getting physical with her. And Albio.
That was kind of a dangerous tackle.
It was. It could have been a penalty kick. But Albio is forcing the action, number 14 in the dark.
Yeah.
And you got to like what you've seen from her in just a few minutes of action.
She's aggressive, and the tackle that she had, I thought was a little reckless there at the end of the play. But, I mean, hey, she's coming in, and she's been a spark. I think that's fairly obvious. I think she's given them the most out of any attacking forward that they've brought out so far, so I definitely like what she's doing.
Yeah, she's giving them a lift. There's no question about it. They needed it.
Here she is again.
Yep. Oh, knocked away again by Aaron Sibia.
Wow.
And finally a corner kick for the Pirates.
Yeah, Walden had a shot on goal there from way. That was even further than the Lopez shot. I love that these girls are unafraid to take a shot from anywhere on the field because the two shots from so far away, they've been 2 great chances in this game.
And the Pirates got to let loose. I mean, they're down 2 goals. They got to get aggressive and take shots. That one's headed wide.
Oh, that almost went in, that previous one. Great save from Aaron Sibia to deny Walden. That was a long-range effort, and it almost found the back of the net.
Dons by 2-0.
And earlier you talked about how Division IV, a lot of heavyweights. Cerritos looks like a Division IV heavyweight in the southern section to me.
Well, you heard at halftime their head coach, Robert Adams, feeling like they do have an opportunity to win the CIF Southern Section title. Won't be easy, but they're good, and as good as chance as anyone. They're ranked in the top 8 right now.
Yeah, and they're unbeaten at 17-0-2. No one has managed to really score on them, but no one's beaten them this season. They had a tournament defeat, which went to penalty kicks, but that goes down as a draw. So they're still looking for their first, no one's looking for a defeat, but they still haven't been beaten this year, and I think that's obviously a great sign going into the playoffs when you're looking to win your first CIF crown.
And there's that old saying, if you haven't been beaten, you really don't know how great that team might be because no one's been able to knock them off. And Cerritos again forcing the action. That one's headed off the bar, the back of the net. No goal.
Wow, so close there. Way to get ahead on it by Denise Gutierrez. That was an inch away from being 3-0.
Yeah, number 27, Gutierrez, has had a fabulous match as well. She's had opportunities. Now, there's a number of young ladies for Cerritos that have sparkled in this match, and one of them is with the ball now. Number 10, Vivian Lopez.
Yeah, she just tripped.
Yeah, again, the field conditions. But she's been great.
Yeah, every player on Cerritos has had an impressive moment or two at a minimum tonight.
Yeah, their ball control and their passing, they're so skilled. Maharis. This time they're able to play her off the ball. Castaneda, another player that's come in, number 11, Nicole Castaneda, has been pesky, very assertive, strong defensive player. Like a bowling ball out there. She's so small, but very, very good.
Yeah, she's been really, really good this game, like you mentioned. And for Cerritos, I've been impressed defensively with the work of Jayla Allen. Remember how much we talked about Alexa Leone in that first half for San Pedro on the right side being really the only outlet for any San Pedro attack. And here in the second half, it's really been a nice job by Allen shutting her down.
Well, this has been a good test for San Pedro. So far, they have not been able to pass it. But you would think as they move forward into the LA City section, playing a team this skilled is going to help them going forward. And again, we have a knockdown, and it's going to be a free kick for the Dons, and is it going to be London Lopez? I don't know if she'll take it. It might be Maharis. Kind of want to see number 6 try it again, don't you?
Yeah, she's backing off. It looks like it'll be Maharis.
Well, you got to go with Maharis, but after that one kick, it would be nice. But from the left side, left-footed Maharis is the right choice.
I think she's going to try to put this on goal after seeing what her teammate Lopez did a few minutes ago. Yeah, they're even going to bring in a wall, San Pedro, defensively. They know how good of an offensive player she is.
From better than 30 yards, it's wide right.
Yeah, but she can score from there. I don't blame her for trying that out.
Well, San Pedro looking for that initial goal. And again, it's a team that has averaged 5 goals a match, so they're certainly capable of scoring.
And they're 19-1. If anything, this will serve as a wake-up call before the playoffs. Coach Maciel will be able to say, hey, look, we've done really well in the city this year. We're undefeated in the city, but we're going to go up against teams like Cerritos as we try to go on this championship run. We're going to need to be better. Sometimes a loss is a good thing in a long season, and I could see that playing out for San Pedro.
Well, they're going to have to get through those West Valley League teams.
Yeah.
You look back at their history. When you check out the 9 losses in the finals, they lost 6 times to the great Chatsworth teams from yesteryear. They lost twice to El Camino Real, which is still a very powerful program in Woodland Hills, and once to Grant. So they're all from the San Fernando Valley. They do have that win over Granada Hills this year, but if you're going to up your game, you have to go through the valley, it would appear, for San Pedro, but they are currently number 1 in the city.
Definitely, and going through the valley is always tough. It reminds me of that great San Pedro baseball team in 2021 who beat El Camino Real in Birmingham, and that was the first time a non-Valley team had won since the 1990s. It's very challenging for these non-Valley schools to win these CIF championships in some of these sports.
Well, they're going to have the free kick here. But what's interesting about this San Pedro soccer program, it's been good for many, many years. But if you go into the gymnasium here, they're the only team that's not hanging a banner. Every one of the other sports has a championship. That one's from way out yonder. It's deflected just wide on the header.
And that's Nancy Albio again. That's San Pedro, in my opinion's best chance of the game. And it comes from Albio and Coach Maciel just trying to do something different, bringing her on as a center forward. What he was trying to do earlier wasn't working, and Albio comes in, gets a great opportunity here. Header goes just wide.
Yeah, there was no chance there for the keeper, Sofia Arias-Sibia. Had that one been on goal.
In a game like this, maybe now going forward, Albio is more into Coach Maciel's plans. I think she's showing her teammates and Coach Maciel something right now.
Good job by Emily Robledo at midfield for San Pedro, number 4. Getting into the young lady Albio. I like how involved Albio is.
Yeah, and you can tell she's got a great leg.
Yeah, almost a bicycle kick there.
Here we go. San Pedro looking a little bit more alive.
Aguilar tried to cross it. It's cleared by the Dons. Reyes, number 9, in the dark uniforms of the Pirates. A little energy burst there for San Pedro.
And it has a lot to do with Bumgarner playing a little bit more forward. She's been elevated into the midfield.
Running it down, Robledo in a collision. Robledo, the captain of the Pirates. Cerritos in a comfortable position inside of 20 minutes, up 2 goals. But if you watch the NCAA finals with UCLA and North Carolina, the Bruins erased a big lead in the final minutes there to win the national championship. So it's doable.
Almost unprecedented what UCLA did in that game.
My point is that it can happen.
Yeah,
it's not likely, but it can happen. San Pedro does have striking power, but they just have so much difficulty breaking through the midfield of the Dons.
Yeah, but Bumgarner, like I said, has been elevated from center back. She's now playing in the center midfield spot. That should help San Pedro, and I think that's a reason why we've seen the Pirates play a little bit more on the attack. And that also has to do with Cerritos sitting back. They have their 2-goal lead, but Bumgarner switching positions could be something that's going to be really important down the stretch.
Connor, would you agree this is being played like a playoff match?
Oh, definitely.
And that Cerritos is sitting back knowing that they're up now by 2 goals?
Definitely. I think that's spot on, and it's the end of the year. It just this game, it's regular season, but it feels like the stakes are high.
Now, there really is no pressure on San Pedro. I mean, they're in a position where they may fall to 19-2 as Bumgarner's going to take the free kick. Cerritos doing a nice job of clearing, looking to counter.
Chavez.
Yep, she's dangerous. Tatiana Chavez. Look at those moves. Be throw in for the Dons of Cerritos. 17-0-2. Been in the 605 for 5 years. They've won every match.
Yeah, just utter domination. And Coach Adams, he's developed a really great program here. He's doing a great job.
Cerritos looking to ice it.
Oh.
Sutrin with a nice block in goal. And a counter.
Leon was open on the right flank. Yeah. And Scalillo just didn't see her, but does well to keep the ball.
But there's Tatiana Chavez running her off the ball. Boy, she marked her beautifully.
Yeah, and Scalillo, as a freshman, as she gets older, she'll start to see those passes. And she has so much potential as a great freshman playing on this stage so young. I really think the sky's the limit for her.
Gutierrez.
Great pass.
Really was. Finally cleared by the Pirates, but again, possession to Cerritos.
Yeah, this will allow everyone to take a breather, take some deep breaths. We're getting close to the end of the match here. People are tired. Everyone will collectively get some time to relax here for a few seconds.
What do you want to see from the Pirates in terms of trying to force the action and get that goal and get right back into it?
If this was a playoff game, I think we'd see even more of an all-out attack from them. But the fact that it's not, it allows them to still keep similar tactics and just play it out, see how far away they are from this great Cerritos team and make some adjustments for the future. But ideally, it would be great if they got a goal.
Sutrin with a great save on Oliveira. Chavez is knocked down.
And it's a penalty kick.
In the box, she's going to have an opportunity. Tatiana Chavez, the junior.
We'll see if she's selected to take it. Looks like it's going to be Maharis.
Why not? Wouldn't you put Maharis out there? Although Chavez is not bad. She's got 10 goals this year. Maharis looking for her 18th. She picked up 17th goal of the year at the 10-minute mark. One-on-one. Maharis and Sutrin. Left footer puts it in. A goal. Second one of the match for Maharis.
Yeah, was there any doubt? The lefty steps up, strikes it beautifully with her left foot, puts it into the left corner, right down low, and looked like Sutrin was banking on her, maybe going down the middle. That doesn't happen. Here's the replay. Maharis steps up, boom, easy as you like, bottom corner, 3-0 Dons.
3-0 Maharis. There she is. She has done it all. She's so strong. She's a physical soccer player.
Yeah, and we talked about it earlier. The reigning 605 League MVP, the favorite to win it again this year, and it's just so easy to see why. Whether it's set pieces, her intelligence, her versatility, she can do a little bit of everything. Very impressive.
Cerritos again owning the ball. Well, it has cleared up. Playing a little bit of the weatherman tonight here after what we went through. But it is still cold. I would imagine it's in the low 50s about now. Maybe even to the high 40s. But at least it's cleared up and there's no precipitation. We've gone through that. Kind of like Cerritos has gone through San Pedro.
Yeah, 3-0. I think that scoreline is fairly accurate. It's been that kind of night for the Pirates.
Trying to get something on goal. And another counter. How aggressive will Maharis be?
She's full steam ahead going forward.
That's damn the Torpedoes full speed ahead. Ooh, that one, the long ball forward, nearly got her another opportunity.
She's on a hat trick. She's a senior, not going to have too many games left. I think she still wants to score more. She understands that her time in high school is coming to an end. Why not keep running forward, try to get that hat trick?
Well, she had a hat trick earlier this year against Glenn. She scored 2 goals against Artesia.
Here she is.
And can she make the hat trick from distance? Nope, Sutrin easily in goal, scooping it up.
And she looked up a few touches before she took that shot. I think the shot was always on her mind there. That was the first option for her. She lets it rip, didn't go in that time. But like I've said all night, she's capable of scoring from that type of range, and I don't blame her for shooting.
Hustle on the side, one over the line. Valerie Reyes working diligently for the Pirates. Pirates in desperation mode, down 3. An unaccustomed spot for this fine San Pedro team. Bumgardner at midfield. 22 with it. De La Cruz. And again, there is the great work of that keeper, Sofia Arancibia. She just has great knowledge, great awareness in goal.
Yeah, the pass from Skalil just a little bit too hard, but great idea. Great through ball. Just a little bit too much juice.
I sense you like the work of the freshman Skolil.
Yeah, I do. I think, she, like I said, she has great potential, and I think in 3 years' time, when she's playing her senior year, she could certainly be that Marine League MVP type of player. She's that good.
Yeah, we mentioned it at the top of the show. When we did the SoCal Prep Report and we talked about this match, we didn't have an idea, any clarity on who would take superiority on our Pacific Surfliner game of the week. But after watching these teams for better than 35 minutes now, it's obvious that Cerritos is a very strong side.
Certainly. I can't point to a weakness with them. I think defensively they've been sound. If you need goals, Maharis can obviously score, and Oliveira has looked very dangerous. In the midfield, we've talked so much about how good they are. Their keeper has really impressed me, Aaron Sebia. So this team looks like they're definitely capable of going on a run in Division 4 in the Southern section.
And again, if you're San Pedro, just because they're trailing a power from the Southern section, that doesn't mean they can't finally break through at the city level.
No, and I think this loss will get them back on track. It'll make them more focused as they head towards this final stretch. Look, we've gone through. We've only lost one game so far this year. It's been pretty easy for us. This will serve as a reminder, hey, it's not going to be easy going forward trying to win a championship.
And on the flip side, Cerritos has to be thrilled they took this match. Gives them competition, gives them a road game against a team they're not familiar with. And they've come through.
Yeah, and this Cerritos team doesn't have any freshmen on varsity, and St. Pedro has a few. They're a little bit further along in terms of development, better with more seniors and juniors. This Cerritos team, it just kind of seems like their year, where with San Pedro, I could still see this core group being very good 1 or 2 years from now with so many good freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, the Pirates are going to be a power in the city section for years to come. They're always up there. It's just a matter of trying to break through, get a ring against all those San Fernando Valley teams. Glad you're with us on our Pacific Surfliner game of the week. This match is controlled by Cerritos, and that young lady in your picture, Maharis, she's been fabulous. Kristen Maharis. We knew that she was special, but we had not seen her in person, and she's got that strong left foot, and she's just a physically talented, well-skilled player.
Certainly lived up to her reputation. And one of those players who's just fun to watch. Really enjoyed seeing her come in and put in a shift tonight.
Yeah, there's a few of them on their side, though. I like the work of Tatiana Chavez. I thought she's a very entertaining player.
Yeah, Kayla Oliveira, and then, of course, London Lopez with that great strike. You can make a case that every Cerritos player has had 1 or 2 moments that have been very impressive.
Yeah, senior Vivian Lopez has had those moments. Yeah, you're right. They've all been good. And I know you like Jazzy Allen.
Yeah, defensively, as an outside left back, she's been really good.
Well, the defense has been sublime so far for the Dons of Cerritos all season long. Bumgarner, see if she can make something happen. Floats that one in, but it's going to be wide right.
She's just trying to get one on the board there. I think that was a shot from way out there and popped up on her a little bit.
But again, in her defense, you got to do something. You got to make things happen.
Yep.
There's Vasquez waiting for an opportunity. Well, we thought this one might come down to the final seconds. Cerritos has been too good. We have under 8 minutes to play, and they have controlled the match from start to finish in all candor. De La Cruz. That was an opportunity, deflected out over the sideline. A beautiful job again by Aaron Sibia.
Escalil getting very close with a long-range effort there. She's been one of the bright spots for St. Pedro tonight in a disappointing game.
She started every match this year as a freshman.
Here we go.
Here's another opportunity for the Pirates, but that one
Jazzy Allen
turned the other way real quick with Allen's work.
Really closed the door quickly. Great tackle.
Yeah, it's, you can talk so much about the goal scoring, the two beautiful goals from Maharis and the unbelievable shot of Lopez, but the defense is airtight for Cerritos.
It is. The only real chance, close range chance that San Pedro's had was off of the head of Albio about 15 minutes ago. But besides that, it's been really, really tough for San Pedro to find any offensive momentum, and it's because the Cerritos defense is so talented.
Well, Cerritos will go back to 6:05 play. They'll dominate there. Not a lot of matches remaining, and then they'll get ready for the tournament. But this is a statement win for their program, coming to the city, coming to San Pedro, and showcasing their skills. Skolil, number 22, still trying to make things happen for the Pirates.
Yeah, she's still working hard. And San Pedro, they're not going down without a fight, as you see there. What a tackle by Castaneda for San Pedro.
Yeah, going down, the operative word. They will battle. Here's Skolil, 22. Just can't get free. Skolil again trying to assist Bumgardner, and that one's deflected wide right. Yeah, Bumgardner has just not gotten any clear shots on goal.
No, and she's been shut down nicely by the Cerritos defense. And there, Oliveira, Bumgarner gets by her, but then Mendoza comes in, and you have to go by her, and that was a very tough task. And Bumgarner, her shot was wide because she was closed down by Mendoza. It's not just one player trying to do all the work defensively against these talented San Pedro attackers. They'll throw multiple players at you, and that's a sign of a good team.
Yeah, the Dons come at you in waves, both offensively and defensively. And you look at the skill level and their passing and dribbling ability. Again, they were sitting back with a 3-0 lead. Here's Bumgardner just flicking it, and there's nobody home for San Pedro. Robledo hit that one over the sideline, so it's a throw-in for the Dons of Cerritos. About to go to 18-0-2.
I would not want to play them in the playoffs, that's for sure.
Somebody's going to have to, and they'll be a formidable foe. The only intrigue, can the Pirates break through? Strong shot put in there by Albio, and again, Arian Sibia in the right spot. Albio knows she had a clean look.
Yeah, she's been the biggest bright spot attacking-wise for San Pedro. A player who was thrown into the fire after an injury to Phillips occurred, and I don't think she was Coach Maciel's first choice to come in and replace Phillips. And then when they were down 2 goals, hey, Nancy, get in there. She's really done a nice job tonight, and I think she may have earned some more playing time down the line.
Yeah, if you look for a bright spot for San Pedro, hopefully Phillips will be okay, and we think she will. She took the hard spill and has not returned. We know she's great. Now you get another player who comes in there and showcases skill for you, and now you have a more rounded team as you get closer to the tournament, or well-rounded squad. So there's a positive out of the negative of losing.
I couldn't agree anymore. That's absolutely right.
Another deep left-footed kick, another opportunity, and another goal. Oh, what a shot. Put in by Gutierrez. It was her turn. It was her time. And Denise got all net, and it's 4-0.
Yeah, it looked like San Pedro might have tried to play an offside trap, and they didn't have many defenders back there. Ball goes right to Gutierrez. She takes it down beautifully and finishes with the left foot to put the cherry on top of a dominating win for the Dons.
4-0. Inside of 3 to play, and there's Gutierrez with her first goal of the evening.
Yeah, and only a sophomore for Cerritos. She didn't look like an underclassman right there. That was a very savvy play to take it down, like I said, with the left and put it in easily. Great goal.
17 goals on the season for Denise Gutierrez. and a dominating performance by the Dons.
They've looked really, really good. I've been very impressed.
It's a little deflating for the Pirates, but they still want to get one shot on goal, maybe get that elusive goal. Just tough to get free. It's that defense, that back row.
Izzy Vasquez with some excellent defense, and now they're in again.
Terrific pass. Sutrin able to get to it, but that pass, that long ball from Maharis was splendid.
Yeah, Sophia Ucross had a chance there to make it 5-0. Wow, Cerritos, they can beat you in a bunch of different ways.
Ucross does not get a lot of playing time, so you can see that Coach Adams is giving some young players an opportunity. Ucross is but a sophomore. But we're down to just over a minute to play. We'll have our Pacific Surfliner player of the match. And we have a pretty good idea who that might be. There's Gutierrez lurking again. Be careful, she's got a chance.
That was a miscue.
Gutierrez with the left foot. 5-0. Gutierrez a goal. She has her second of the night. Wow, she won the ball, outran the defender, and scored with the left foot.
Just an unfortunate miscommunication there between Walden and Sutrin, and easy goal for Gutierrez. She's there to clean up the mess, puts it in with the left foot. She still had some work to do. That was a nice finish, but certainly a gift.
Yeah, the score is 5-0, and that's impressive to come into San Pedro and do this to the Pirates.
Yeah, Coach Robert Adams will be very, very happy with his effort, his group's effort tonight.
There's Bumgardner. We're in stoppage time now, so can't tell you exactly how much time is remaining. See that they've stopped it at 1 minute.
Yeah, should be a few more seconds, but the job for Cerritos, it's done.
So Maharis with 2 goals, Gutierrez with a couple goals, and Connor's favorite goal by London Lopez.
That was an incredible strike, and here's Cerritos looking for more.
Why not? They nearly got another one. Boy, they are not timid. They get another corner, and they're in double figures with corner kicks on them.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised the official hasn't blown the whistle.
Well, the only thing in doubt now is the final score, and it looks to be 5-0, but you never know. Cerritos has really come on. You can see that corner kick, the player sliding down.
Yes.
Another case in point about how slick this field is. We're in the waning seconds, and there it is. It's over. Cerritos winning by 5-0. What a tremendous performance by this team from Orange County.
No matter how you slice it, every area of the field, from the goalkeeping to the defending to their work in the midfield to their work in the attack, a dominating performance from Cerritos. Very, very impressive. What else can I say? They had a great game.
Yeah, they were terrific, and they really turned it on in the last 10 minutes of the match. It was 2-0 for a long time, and suddenly you look up and they finish with a 5-0 win. We're going to step out. When we come back, we'll have our Pacific Surfliner player of the match and have some final thoughts on this powerful victory from the Cerritos Dons of the Southern Section, winning their 18th match in 20 tries. They also have 2 ties. Nobody has beaten the Dons. We'll be back after this.
Southern California has always been a land of discovery. From historic gems to iconic beaches to top attractions. Let the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner be part of your journey as you explore more of the place we call home. Reconnect with the communities you love most, with the people you love most. Isn't it time you rediscovered Southern California?
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to...
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
The beautiful lights of San Pedro, California, where Cerritos tonight has flexed their muscles against the top-ranked team in the LA City section by 5-0. And a young lady by the name of Kristen Maharis, who we previewed on the pregame show, came through, scoring 2 goals, and she's also made the climb up here into the booth. Thank you for joining us, Kristen.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. All right. We didn't know anything about how this match was going to come together. You know, you have a team from the southern section, a team from the city. When you took the bus ride over here today, what were your thoughts about playing the Pirates?
Kind of nervous, not knowing what's coming, not knowing what to expect. But I knew we could put up a tough challenge.
Well, you've been great all season long. All right, let's talk about your first goal. Early on, it was, a dominating performance by Cerritos, but your Dons couldn't score, and you finally were able to break through. Tell us about the opening goal that you had.
Well, it was a great play by my team, just connecting, finding each other well, and it was just a good goal from our whole team.
What about the second one? Now you're out there on the penalty kick. We're going to show you the first one. I think you're going to get a kick out of this. There it is. You get it here, and you're in front, and then that left-footed score, and you got it by Sutrin. That's goal number 1. Now, goal number 2, this is, a little bit more expected, but what do you like about this situation in terms of where you want to put the ball?
Just knowing where I want to place it, not switching up last minute. Really, if I switch up last minute, that messes me up, but knowing where I want to go, that helps me a lot.
All right, undefeated team, got a couple ties in there. Tell me why you think this team from Cerritos can win the Division IV CIF championship. Convince me.
We have a lot of heart. We know what we're doing. We do know how to connect well, and with that, I feel we could really go far.
All right, Kristen, last but not least, tell us about you. We know you're a great soccer player. What about you when you get alone, you're off the pitch, and you're doing your thing? Tell us about Kristen Maharis.
Alone, I really like to just calm myself down, not really have nerves around myself. I like to figure out what my next steps are, so really just planning out my life is what I like to do.
Well, you've done a great job on and off the field. Congratulations. 2 goals tonight. Great year. Continued success, and best of luck to the Dons when you search for that elusive CIF championship.
Thank you.
All right, that's Kristen Maharis. We're going to step out. When you come back, Connor and I have some final thoughts about the Dons' impressive performance over San Pedro. Now we'll step out and we'll hear from our friends at Pacific Surfliner.
Hey, it's Vanessa exploring San Luis Obispo, and I stayed right here at Apple Farm Inn.
Combining the charm of a country-style inn with the modern conveniences of a luxury hotel, Apple Farm Inn is a great place to unwind. Start the trip off right by taking the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner train to San Luis Obispo. Enjoy sweeping views of the coastline and arrive refreshed and ready to explore. Plan your trip at pacificsurfliner.com/game of the week.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
I promise you that last spot that we just played there was not from here in San Pedro, where it really rained this afternoon. But fortunately, it finally cleared up, and we get these lovely shots from Pirate Stadium. Mike Walsh, Pirate Stadium. By the way, Mike Walsh, a phenomenal football coach here for many years, won a lot of championships. And in 2018, they named the stadium after him. They just tagged it Mike Walsh Pirate Stadium. Joined again by Connor Morissette. Connor, again, a convincing victory and an overpowering performance by the Dons.
Very, very overpowering. 5-0. It was 2-0 for a long stand there, and then 3 goals right at the end to really stamp the dominance for Cerritos. 5-0. What else can you say? Like I said a little bit earlier, I'm running out of superlatives to describe their great performance.
Well, let's describe this one. Oliveira setting up Maharis.
Yeah, beautiful move and then a great assist. Maharis does the rest. Left foot, bottom corner. One of 2 goals for the star senior. And here we go. Here's number 2. Corner kick, left foot again, bottom left corner. That left foot is very dangerous.
Yeah, it's interesting. She's a delightful young lady. As you see the Gutierrez first of 2 goals for her. But she's soft-spoken. But when she gets out there, she's physical and she's talented. There's number 2 for Gutierrez. And because you love the London Lopez shot, that's the one we're not going to give you.
That's all right.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. London Lopez got the other goals, 2 for Gutierrez and 2 for Maharis. Connor, was a lot of fun. Thank you for your work. Tremendous job on the analytical side of this soccer match.
Thank you. Great working with you.
All right, that's going to wrap it up. 5-0 for the team from Orange County, the Cerritos Dons. San Pedro there, their head coach, Maciel, Manuel Maciel, counseling his team. On the other side, Coach Adams doing the same. The Dons, a terrific 18-0-2. San Pedro, not shabby either. Even with the loss, they're 19-2. For Connor, I'm Randy. We'll talk to you next time on our Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on LA36. Good night, everybody.